Our Yellow Jacket Spotlight Series continues at Baldwin Wallace with a chance to sit down and get to know our men's tennis program a little bit better. So we sit down with Brian Rector, who has been here for almost 3 decades and has won now more than 500 matches as a college tennis coach. I have to imagine that probably still hasn't sunk in some regard to be at a place with such longevity and such success. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, the longevity part of it is one of the pieces that drew me to coaching here at Baldwin Wallace. As a player, coming through the program, we had a baseball coach that was here 30 or 40 years. The football coaches at that time were here for 20, 25, 30 years. So that, kind of from a Baldwin Wallace perspective, that is one of the things that drew me when I did decide to start coaching, is that the BW family atmosphere. I mean, if you fit here and you did well, you stuck around for a long time, and you had a chance to build a program versus just trying to create one and then move on to your next coaching platform.
What's the most fulfilling thing for you to be a part here of the Yellow Jackets?
Well, there's several of them, but I think the one that's probably most recent and most throughout my career has been the academic aspect of it. That was a big part when I came through as a player. Had an opportunity and was voted an academic All-American, and I've kind of woven that into the program over the years, and I've had the fortunate success of having coaching 5 of them myself and being one of the top GPA ranked teams in the country every single year. So that's probably the biggest aspect of it. The tennis piece is, the Baldwin Wallace, you're coming to BW to get a great education. We just so happen to have a pretty good tennis program, too.
It certainly has been fun to watch the tennis team, especially so far this year. You had a chance to get down and play in Hilton Head during the spring break. I know you probably almost wish you had that opportunity back again, just because the weather was so nice and it's a chance to get away from things for a little while. When you talk about having opportunities, whether it's this year specifically or others, you can get away from the academic side for a week, and the team bonding is as important, I would imagine, on that trip as actual results in the matches themselves. How did you feel this particular trip went?
Well, this particular trip, I think our team as a whole, including the coaching staff, we had an assistant coach go down with us as well. I think we overachieved a little bit. Based on the team that we had last year, graduating our top 3 players, 3 of the top 6 kids that ever come through the program just happened to be here all at one time. We knew that some of the younger guys in the lineup and just from a captain perspective had to jump into some new roles this year. We did really well from a team perspective. We won 4 out of 5 matches. But you could really, as you mentioned, the bonding and having the team kind of live with each other down there in closer quarters. We're pretty much doing things together 24/7 for that week, whether it's driving down in a 14-hour van trip, living in the condominiums. Now, granted, they are on the beach, so it makes it a little bit easier. I'll give them that. But I did see the team certainly grow in that aspect. We actually have tri-captains this year. The 3 seniors on the team were voted by the smaller rest of the team as captains, and they each individually bring different components to it that I think have kind of gelled the 9 guys that we have this year, and they're all kind of working towards that end of the year goal, is being the best tennis team that we can be.
But from a recruiting perspective, if there's a young man who wants to play tennis at the collegiate level and they're either a junior or a senior in high school, whether it's local or not, what are you looking for in a player, and how can they get a hold of you?
Sure. Well, from a player perspective, one of the main things I look for is, do they want to be part of a great academic team and also a tennis program? Grades definitely comes first. My guys will tell you that from a program perspective, we have one of the most flexible programs in terms of when we meet as a team, the things we do together. It kind of changes each year depending on the group of players that we have at that point. But from a recruiting perspective, we've kind of, recruited that similar style of self-motivated, high GPA. They don't always have to have a high GPA coming in. I mean, I was a pretty much a straight 3.0 student through high school, came to BW and jumped to a 3.6. So it's kind of once, seeing what our program is like from the outside, getting here, maybe meeting some of the current members of the team that'll potentially be teammates next year is always a good thing to kind of get that, similar styles. Whether it's a playing style I haven't cut anyone in the 28 seasons I've been here. So whether you're at the top of the tennis chain or at the bottom of the tennis chain, if you want to play tennis at Baldwin Wallace, I give that opportunity to anybody who wants to improve their game.
It's terrific to see that that's been the case, and you've found a way to win over 500 games. It's a winning recipe for sure. How about as we kind of look forward to what's going to happen here this particular season? I'm not asking you to give away any state secrets, but do you have any weekends on the schedule you're most looking forward to?
Well, I think the OAC championship match, that's always a weekend that we're kind of gearing towards and working towards. But we have our in-conference rivals, as you can imagine. There's one across the city there that we play every year that kind of brings out some tensions and actually makes the match a little bit more fun. That's unfortunately not on a weekend, it's during the school day. But that'll be one particular one. And then from a tennis perspective, there are a couple of schools I think we've got our work cut out for us this year, where I think we can reach that championship match again if we continue what I think we've built on down at Hilton Head, and if we really it's a game day type atmosphere. If the guys are playing well on that day, we have a chance I think to reach the final again.
Well, I certainly hope it's a good year for you. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
All right, Brian Rector, our head coach for the Yellow Jackets men's tennis program.